If your animation looks stiff or lifeless, it's probably because you skipped this simple exercise. Hey guys, I'm Yon, and today I'm going to show you how to animate a bouncing ball correctly because honestly, a lot of beginners underestimate it. And to be fair, I was one of them. But when I finally animated my first bouncing ball, surprisingly, I was actually really happy because that was my first real animation. Here, take a look. And here's some more. So what I'm trying to say is this: learning how to animate a bouncing ball is necessary if you want your animation to feel alive. And here is the bouncing ball animation we are going to create by the end of this video. So if you want to learn how to do that, make sure to subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, for my setup, I'm using 1080p for my canvas size, 12 fps and a white background. You can use any settings you want, but those work great for beginners. Step 1. Create the ground. The first thing I like to do is draw a horizontal line from one side of the canvas to the other. This will be our ground, because we don't want the ball floating randomly in space, now do we? Step 2. Draw the motion path. Next, draw a curved line starting from the top left and ending at the bottom right. This line shows the path the ball will follow. Think of it as a guide for the movement. Step 3. Add the main poses. Now draw your ball. Make sure the size fits your animation. If it's too small or too big, the motion won't look right. Place the ball at the top of the curve. Create a new frame. Move the ball down to the ground and squish it slightly when it hits the floor. Then in the next frame, place the ball back in the air along the curve. Continue placing the ball along the path until you get something like this. Those are called your keyframes. Step 4. Add in between frames. Now let's make the animation smooth. Turn on onion skin and enable frames before and after, so you can see your previous drawing. Add new frame between each pose and place the ball halfway between them. But here is the important part. Stretch the ball when it moves fast. Squish the ball when it hits the ground. This creates weight and realism. Step 5. Add Overshoot. To make the motion feel natural, add a new frame just before the final position and move the ball slightly past its stopping point. When you play the animation now, the movement feels less robotic and more natural. This effect is called overshoot. Step 6. Timing and spacing. Now notice something important. The ball moves slower at the top and faster near the ground. So your drawing should be close together at the top, further apart near the ground. This is timing and spacing, and it's one of the biggest secrets behind realistic animations. And that's it. You just animated a proper bouncing ball. It may look simple, but this exercise teaches squish and stretch, overshoot, timing, spacing, weight, and momentum, which are the foundation of every professional animation. So don't skip this step like I almost did. Master bouncing ball first and your future animation will improve a lot faster. If you learned something today, try animating your own bouncing ball and tag me. I would love to see your progress. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye!